Welcome to GeoVerra Stories. Today, we have Kolby Janzen.
Hi, I'm Kolby Janzen. I'm a project manager out of the Calgary office, and on paper I've been with GeoVerra 8 years, but technically 12. I grew up on a small family farm just outside Calgary, south of Strathmore, so we grew up in that area, mixed between cattle and grain, so I kind of got to see all of it and participate in all those fun farming activities you hear about. I worked at a feedlot after high school, so I spent a couple of years there. It was close to the family farm I grew up. We actually sold our grain to them. In high school, I worked at M&M meat shops after school to make some extra money. And the owners of the one store had a son taking the geomatics program at SAIT. So I was chatting with him one day. He said, if you like ATVs, which I did from growing up on the farm, and if you like math, he said it'd be a good fit for you. So while I was working at the feedlot, I looked into the program, applied, and got in. So I first started at SAIT. I did the 2-year geomatics technical engineering diploma. That's where I got my first kind of hands-on experience with surveying. And I didn't do really well in high school. I wasn't a good student. I liked math, but that was about it. And didn't have the greatest grades. So when I went into SAIT, it kind of light bulb switched on and it changed. And I did really well, really liked something when you start to be passionate about it, and kind of just fell in love with surveying from there. I wanted to be a land surveyor back in the day, so I applied and got into the U of C, but I didn't get into the engineering program. So I actually did a 4-year degree in geography, bachelor's of science, and a minor in business. Yeah, so I started as a green survey assistant when I was going to SAIT. Damien was at one of the career events that I met and kind of introduced me to Focus at the time. So I went and applied for a job there, got hired as a survey assistant, and kind of just worked my way up. I assisted for one summer and then got promoted to a junior crew chief. And then after I graduated, just continue crew chiefing work on various projects. I had an opportunity to come into the office while I was in the field because I still wanted to be in ALS, but after going to school for 5 years, I kind of wanted to not do school, not work or study after work. And, on the limited time you have off when you're at home, you want to spend it with family and friends. And I kind of saw the opportunity to come in the office and make that career progressions. Yeah, I came in as a project coordinator. Kind of did hybrid for a bit. I was kind of getting the UAV realm. So a lot of work for us flying drones, working with different clients, as well helping out kind of in the integrity group. And then we got the Trans Mountain reactivation project. So I was kind of put on that as a project coordinator and saw that for about 3 years. And then shortly after that project was coming to an end, I got promoted to a project manager. Kind of here I am now, just taking on clients, getting as much experience as I can on a variety of integrity projects, and just kind of now honing those skills to continue the management progression. I got chased by bears twice, 2 different occasions over 2-year span. We thought it was an inspector walking behind us because he was supposed to be showing up, within a few minutes. And turn around and there's a black bear about 6 feet away from us just following us. So that was a little nerve-wracking. Start to figure out what to do, try to get the ATVs, and he starts walking closer and closer and keep following you and stuff. So we walked right by a bear in the middle of a dense forest thinking it was a rock, and he just wouldn't leave us alone. We had to call in the helicopter to come make some noise, provide some distraction for the bear while we could figure out how to get out of there. It was actually my first time I chatted with Jeff Adair, was leaving a voicemail saying we got chased by a bear out of the bush. Don't care what people think. I think that was the biggest thing that held me back growing up, and probably in the first bit of the career, is I was worried that I wanted to be the guy that everyone liked and the nice guy, and I don't want to rub people the wrong way and stuff like that. But no, don't care what people think. You gotta do what you gotta do. I would say just don't be afraid not to know stuff. That's the biggest thing. Ask questions. If people are giving you a hard time for asking questions, they're probably not the right people to either, learn from. Failure's fine. And I think that's the people have a hard time with, is they think failure means like a negative thing. But I think it just means that you tried something, it didn't work out, and you just got to try it again. You never know, like everybody puts on a strong face. Everybody puts on, when you say, how are you doing? Oh, good. I've never heard from anybody actually say an honest answer to that. Like, it's just so common to glaze over that and always want to be in a good face because you don't want to be, don't talk about the issues, or talk about how you're feeling and stuff. And I think just being being kind, thinking of others in a way that you maybe wouldn't have. If I had a great voice, I think my biggest dream would be a performer, either Broadway, singing, something like that. I feel like if I could sing, then I would be successful at it. I'd leave this all behind.
Thank you so much, Kolby, for joining us today on GeoVerra Stories, and stay tuned for the next one.